Imagine running a $15,000 per month cleaning business without ever picking up a mop. Instead, just a laptop and a smart system. It's real, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I built mine. In this video, I'm gonna answer the top 3 questions I get when it comes to running an automated cleaning business, starting with question number 1. How do you make money without doing the cleaning yourself? 2. What's the part-time system that earns $15,000 per month? And 3, how do you get clients fast even if you have 0 experience? Now don't worry, by the end of this video, you're gonna have a clear path on how to start a real, profitable cleaning business, even if you've never cleaned an office a day in your life. Hey, I'm Mike Mack, author of the Amazon bestseller, Pick Up Cash, Not Trash, and I myself used to clean toilets and mop floors for a living. Now, I just collect payments for those very services. And I'm gonna show you how to do the same for yourself without ever picking up a mop in the process. All right, so here's the truth. The fastest way to fail with this business is to try to do the cleaning yourself. And when I started my cleaning business, I thought saving money meant doing everything myself. I cleaned every single night. I drove everywhere. I took all the calls. I responded to all the emails, and I was making about $6,000 per month. And then one night after cleaning for 12 hours, around 1 a.m. in the morning, while I was staring into a toilet at a popular fitness studio that I was cleaning, I realized if I'm the one doing all the cleaning, then I don't have a business. I have a job, and quite frankly, not a great one. So that is when I decided to change everything, and I hired my first cleaner that week, and within a month, I had 3 cleaners. Now my income slightly took a dip, but 60 days later, I had twice as many clients because I focused on growing instead of cleaning. Think about the pizza shop owner. The smart ones don't make pizza themselves. They hire people to make the pizzas while they can focus on running the business. And the reason for this is because it is too time consuming for the owner to do all of these things and still perform the service. Just like with this business, if you did all the cleaning yourself, then you can only clean so many offices. But when you hire a cleaner, there is no limit to how much you can grow. Now, the day I finally stopped cleaning was the day I started building. I hired good cleaners and I focused on getting great customers. 6 months later, my income was $8,000 per month, but I was working way less, and I finally was running a real business. And the craziest part was that I never had to start with the cleaning in the first place. So that's why I highly recommend you learn from my painful lesson and leave the mop off to the side. Now that you're not doing any cleaning, how do you actually make money sitting on a laptop a few hours a day? Kind of sounds like internet garbage. Back then I created a system, I called it 3C, calendar, communication, and checks. For calendar, just use Google Calendar, and I scheduled all the cleaners, and each cleaner had their own color, so I can see everything at a glance. And then the next thing was communication, like keeping it simple. Cleaners can just text when they started and finished jobs, so it was easy to keep track of that. And clients would only call for emergencies. And then everything else from there just flowed through email, which I would only need to check once per day. Speaking of checks, for the last C in the system, checks. I would send clients 3 question surveys every single month, and if the scores drop below a certain grade, I knew I had a problem. That's essentially it. That would limit things down to 1 to 2 hours per day. Mondays were a little busier, and Fridays were super light. And I knew we were onto something big when my wife and I were able to take several vacations yearly at the time, and every time we did, the business ran really smooth in our absence. Thinking back, it's like being an Uber dispatcher, not a driver. The cleaners, which in this scenario would be your drivers, do the work, and the clients would be your riders. They pay for the service. And once you have the system set up, it can, for the most part, run by itself. You just need to check for problems now and then to make sure everything stays good. Now, the magic in running the business this way is when you're able to step away from the day-to-day and focus on growth and not cleaning. See, clients don't care if you personally clean their office. If anything, they'd almost prefer that you didn't. It means your business is obviously doing well. And fast forward today, a lot of my clients never even met me in person. And that's the power of running your business in this way. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, okay, this sounds good, but what if you've never cleaned before? Like, I get you don't have to clean, but I've never managed people. I've never owned a business. Now, this seems to have worked for you, but will it work for me? The answer is yes. And that actually might be your biggest advantage. Now, most people never start because they think, oh, I need cleaning experience to do that, but they don't. In fact, people with no experience often do better as owners because they follow the system instead of thinking that they know better. Take one of my former students, Mark. He was a school teacher and he had zero business experience, but he came in, he followed my system exactly the way I lay it out, and in his first month, he signed up one office. By month 3, he had 3 clients and they were paying him $7,200 a month while he was still teaching. Now, Mark and so many other of my clients are able to win because they just keep it simple. They just follow the process. It's kind of like cooking with a meal kit. You don't need to be a chef. You just need to follow the steps as they're laid out, and then voila, dinner comes out great. But a professional chef might actually mess it up trying to improve instead of following the directions as they're laid out. In my experience, strong systems just win. If you follow the simple steps, you can succeed in this business. People often struggle when they try to be too creative too soon. This business is not about elbow grease. You need leverage. The $15K per month cleaning business that you're trying to build is not built on bleach and mops. It's built on systems, people, and focus. So if you're finally ready to build your own business, but you just need a step-by-step layout to get it done, you're gonna wanna watch this video right here because I'm gonna lay it all out for you right there. I'll see you on the next one.